This is Renee Perry with East Oldable Gardening, and today I want to talk to you about ginger. So this is a ginger plant that we've had in our garden for a number of years actually, and I've never really taken the time to harvest it because we've had a number of plants. And as you can see, it's sort of in the middle of this pathway I have here, so we have to get rid of it. My husband is making me, and my husband, the cameraman, is making me pull it out. And so anyway, we want to take it out, and as you can see, there's already there's sort of some damage that happened earlier. And this is what the little gingers look like. So ginger grows on a rhizome. The part that we eat is a rhizome. People call it a root, but it's actually a rhizome. And a rhizome means an underground stem. So here is the shoots coming out, and the rhizome is here, and it produces extra plants. So here's another shoot coming out right here. There are some on the side as well. This is edible at this point. You can eat them when they're the way they look in the grocery store, which has that hard sort of beige papery thing on there, but you can also eat it at this younger stage, and a lot of cuisines do call for it actually in this younger stage, and it doesn't have that fibrous quality that the stuff at the grocery store has. So when you grow it yourself, you can get all those different qualities. The leaves can be edible at different stages. They're tough right now, but they can be used to make tea. And when they're younger, you can eat the young shoots. So let's take a look and see what else is here in this down below, because this is a pretty big plant that's been here a while. I'm going to push back some of this mulch. Look at this beautiful dirt. Okay. I may need a shovel for this. All right, I'm just going to pull this off. It smells amazing. This is a big old plant. It's been here quite a while, and so there's going to be a lot going on. I'm probably not going to get it all out. And we'll put this in a tray right here. Ginger grows really well here in Northwest Florida. It is a tropical plant, and it will freeze back to the ground during the winter if you have some really cold weather, which we tend to have here in Northwest Florida. But it always comes back. Okay, so it usually comes back around April. So here we're getting some bigger pieces right there. Still got a ways to go though. In fact, I think when we put these planting benches in back in the spring, I'm pretty sure I actually dug out a piece of this, a big chunk of it, all the way down the ground, and it's come back since then. So we're getting some more mature pieces right there. Let's see what else we've got. And unless I'm very careful, I may leave a few pieces in here that will grow back next year too. Although I want to take it all out because it's in the way. But one thing about ginger is it does like to be irrigated. I've grown this in several places before, and this is the first time I've grown it where it's gotten really regular irrigation, and it has grown so much better. It really, really appreciates having being watered regularly. There's something hard. Oh, look at this. This is a big one. Yeah, so that's more like what you might see in the grocery store if you clean that off. Now, you can tell this is spreading, but don't be worried about it being invasive. It doesn't set seeds, so it can only grow in the general area where you put it. It does spread, which is good. It multiplies, but it doesn't spread. It doesn't spread really quickly. It spreads just enough where you're really happy that it's spreading, because you know you're going to get extra ginger. Boy, this is a lot. This is what happens when you don't harvest your ginger. Look at that. Tons of it. This will clean up real pretty. We'll put a picture of that at the end so you can see it all nice and pretty. But all this stuff right here, this stuff is actually very edible as well, and smells really great. So what do you do with that? You don't have to grow all this ginger actually. You can grow just a little bit and harvest it when you need to. It's best actually to leave it in the ground if you don't want a whole bunch of it. Just take some that you need. Like you can just snap this off right here. And I know there's a whole lot more under this right here. And so this clump right here will keep going even though I take this out. So always leave a good amount of roots and the rhizome. So remember I said this is the rhizome. It's an underground stem. This is the actual root right here that I'm holding between my fingers. That's the root. All right, so normally, and I probably broke off a whole bunch of them. There's a bunch of little roots that got broken off and are left in the soil, but this is the rhizome. So you want to make sure that the clump you're left with has some of the rhizome and a whole bunch of the roots. And then it'll just keep growing and growing, and it'll come back year after year, even through our coldest winters. In 2014, we got temperatures down to the mid-teens and a high during the day of about 31 one day. That's not normal for us, but it happened then, and it came back after that. All right, see what's left. Look at all this beautiful soil. This is because of these wood chips. Putting mulch on top of your soil. This is sandy soil we have up here in Northwest Florida. Putting mulch on top of your sandy soil, especially wood chips. Wood chips are really great for this because they hold in the moisture so much that you get this nice rich soil. So that's how you improve your Northwest Florida soil. Everybody here complains about how sandy it is and that you have to grow in containers, but it's just not so. All right, let's see if there's anything else in here. I actually had several clumps in this general area. Let's see, I think that may be about it. Again, if you wanted to keep the clump, you could just leave some of it. You don't have to take it all out. I'm only taking it out because it's just inconvenient where it is right now. We'll take this and plant some of it somewhere else, harvest some. I think I'm going to experiment with drying it, for some of it at least. I feel something back here. I think I'm going to use my shovel for that. Could be wrong. Could be the root of something else. Yeah, that's something hard. Okay, so I think I got all of it. But wow, look at what a great harvest that is. That was one plant planted, I don't know, 4 years ago, three, 4 years ago, something like that. And I haven't touched it. I could have taken out, I could have harvested it every year and it'd still be a nice sized clump. I could have taken it out and I could have divided it. So you can take a clump like this and you could actually break this off like this, and this can keep growing. These can be another whole set of plants. Right here, this can be a whole nother, I mean, you see what I'm talking about. This is dozens of ginger plants in here. So that's growing ginger in Northwest Florida. Excuse me, I'm probably sweating like crazy. So that's growing ginger in Northwest Florida, and I want to encourage you to give it a try. It's really easy to do. You can grow it in a pot if you want to, but it grows really great in the ground here as long as you give it some compost to start with, mulch it heavy, and give it regular irrigation. So I'm Renee Perry with East Hill Edible Gardening, and we hope to see you soon. Bye.